Hello again, and welcome back to Mr. Mary's Book Chats. Today I've got four books that are by some favorite authors. First one is Three Keys by Kelly Yang. This might look familiar because it is by the author of Front Desk, which actually just won the Rebecca Caldwell Award for Illinois. So Front Desk picks up right where Three Keys picks up right where Front Desk left off, with Mia thinking she's going to have the best year ever because she and her parents are the proud owners of the Calavista Motel, and she gets to run the front desk with her best friend Lupe, and she's finally getting somewhere with her writing. But the beginning of the year doesn't take off as she had expected because number one, her new teacher really doesn't like her much. She doesn't think her writing's that great. And number two, the motel is struggling. There's just not the income coming in. Her parents are very worried about this. And number three, there's a new immigration law that is kind of looming out, and if it passes, it will threaten everything. Um, it will take away health care and education, public schooling from undocumented immigrants, which, as you know from front desk, those people are very important to Mia and her family. So if you like front desk, pick up Three Keys. The next book is by some mystery fan favorite author, April Henry. This is about a girl named Savannah who is at karate class one evening, and she gets finished with karate class and is walking home when she is yeah, by a man in a white van, and she's taken to this old kind of creepy trailer, and where nobody knows where she is. And worse yet, Savannah's not alone because 10 months earlier, a girl named Jenny was kidnapped by the same man and taken to the trailer. And now Savannah and Jenny have to figure out who this man is, what he wants with them, how they can escape. It's told in a couple different perspectives. One from Savannah's perspective, one from Jenny's perspective, and also a few other perspectives, including the kidnapper. So if you like kind of scary, intense thrillers, check out The Girl in the White Van. The next book is The World Ends in April by Stacey McAnulty. And this author is the same author of Miscalculation of Lightning Girl. And this is about a girl named Eleanor who, as the book title says, she is ready for the world to end. She's been prepared for the world ending by her grandpa, who is one of those doomsday preppers. He is all about preparing him and his family for the end of the world. So he stockpiles food and freeze dries food and stockpiles supplies just in case. Well, one day Eleanor is online and she comes across an article by a Harvard scientist saying that an asteroid is likely to hit Earth in April, literally ending the world. And she feels like, well, I feel ready for this, but are my friends ready? So she tells her best friend, and a few other people overhear her kind of saying how ready, that she would be ready and prepared. And they want to be prepared as well. So they start this nature club, but they kind of call it the end of the world as we know it club. And it's actually kind of fun, hanging out and preparing for this. But there's also a lot of other stuff going on at the middle school as well. So this is just a great story about middle school life, but also it's got this kind of science fiction-y aspect as well. And the last book I'm going to talk to you today about is going to be a popular one, Ground Zero by Alan Gratz. So this is the same author of Refugee and Allies. If you like historical fiction, you're going to love this one. This is a story about September 11th, 2001. One part of the story is about Brandon, who's 9 years old. And on September 11th, he goes to work with his dad in one of the World Trade Towers. And when that is attacked, him and his dad are separated. And Brandon survives, but his dad does not. So one story in this is about Brandon. And another story in this takes place 18 years later. It's about an 11-year-old girl named Reshmina who lives in a remote Afghanistan town. And she sees her country and her family devastated by the Taliban and the U.S. military because both of them are constantly monitoring her little village, claiming that they are protecting her. And, she's living in a constant threat of violence. Just like a lot of his books, these two stories will eventually intersect kind of in a way that you may not see coming. But it's just another great book by Alfred Krauss. So if you like historical fiction, check this one out. I've also got quite a few new graphic novels. If you like those, come down and ask me about them and check them out.